A few days ago, a not-so-close friend of hers came to me to borrow money. I was quite flustered. The last time we spoke was 3 years ago. But perhaps something truly desperate must have happened for her to have to borrow money from me like this. Her father has a heart condition. His condition has worsened, and he needs immediate heart surgery. The surgery alone costs 300 million dong. For a long time, the relationship between her parents hasn't been very good. Her father is a construction worker, earning a meager salary. Every week he and his brothers go out to the yard to drink and sleep. After each drinking session, the house becomes noisy. But this noise comes from the arguments of the couple, both over 50. For decades, from when she was a child until now, the house has always been noisy like this. Her mother often shouts at her father, telling him to go die. And the most frequent thing she heard from her mother was, "Your father is a worthless person, so you have to study hard to change your life." Yet when her father fell ill, her mother was the most worried. For several days, her father couldn't eat or drink anything, and he cried so much that he lost a lot of weight. Her mother, who in the past was as domineering as a lioness, was now so gentle. Her mother tried everything to coax her father to eat more so he would have the strength to fight the disease. Having faced her parents' arguments for so long, she always felt that the old-fashioned concept of marriage was too outdated. If they weren't compatible, they should just get a divorce. Why keep enduring each other and living together? But now she envied and admired her parents' marriage immensely, a marriage where there was only one person for a lifetime. She had just graduated from university and didn't have a formal job yet. Throughout her 4 years of university, her parents had to borrow money from bank aid, and now there's no savings left in the house. Getting such a large sum of money immediately is incredibly difficult for her family. Her parents are both old and frail, and she has to run around borrowing money everywhere. For her, this seems like the lowest point in her life. Many times, she felt like breaking down in despair. She saw through the true faces of many people, especially her close relatives. They avoided her whenever they could. They were only afraid she would come to them for money at this moment. But perhaps more than ever, this is also the time that has made her mature rapidly. I myself feel helpless. I can only give her a small amount of money, hoping she can get through this period. Her difficulties remind me of an old university friend of mine. Her parents divorced when she was 17. She lived with her mother, who ran a small restaurant. Business was very slow in Saigon during the rainy season. People often say divorce is a separation between parents, not a separation from their children. But her father was different. He separated from her as well, disappearing for years without a single penny of support. Her mother struggled to raise her and pay for her education, but the hardship caused her to suffer from various illnesses. Suddenly, her mother fell seriously ill, and the doctor said she needed surgery costing hundreds of millions of dong. In the hospital corridor, she called from morning till night trying to borrow money. Her voice was hoarse, and tears streamed down her face. She was afraid she wouldn't be able to borrow the money, afraid she wouldn't have enough for her mother's surgery, and afraid something might happen to her mother. Finally, she decided to call her father, who had been absent for so many years. But it was like a bucket of cold water poured over her head, waking her up more than ever, feeling a bitter pang of sorrow. Her father said, "Your mother and I are divorced, you should go live with your maternal family." This statement, though disappointing, didn't break her. She realized that now, in this world, her mother only had her, so she had to be stronger than ever. Finally, some relatives managed to lend her some money. Then, the group of students we hung out with pooled together over 50 million dong, but this amount was still not enough for the surgery. The doctor, seeing her crying in the hallway, also shed tears. There was no other way, her mother had to be discharged from the hospital and continue treatment with medication. From then on, her personality changed completely. She was no longer the shy child she once was. She threw herself into part-time work, earning money, studying and working at the same time, a life of extreme hardship. Sometimes, she longed to be like her friends. Carefree, focused on her studies, having her parents buy her favorite things, traveling with her family. That dream life seemed like a luxury she could never have. But now, she alone possesses the strength of several people combined, lifting the burden from her mother's shoulders, living resiliently, without fear. Standing beside her, I sensed an immense inner strength within that small person. That strength of hope and love for her mother. Perhaps this is what life is like. Money isn't everything, but everything depends on money. It determines many things in life, even a person's very existence. To make money, we cannot rely on anyone else, but only on ourselves. And family is the inner strength that allows us to strive forward. Some say parents are the wall that separates us from death. When our parents are alive, we often see life as beautiful. But when they are gone, we realize how short life truly is. I remember the novel 100 Years of Solitude also saying the same thing. We and death are perhaps only separated by a curtain. Parents are that curtain. We don't feel death because our parents always stand between us, shielding us. The passing of relatives, friends, or neighbors doesn't directly pressure us. But it's different with parents. When they are gone, we clearly feel that death is no longer something abstract. In our rebellious teenage years, we often disobeyed our parents, often confronted them, and sometimes even wished to be alone. When we grow up and go out into society, we learn to be patient and humble with people, but we don't learn to be patient and gentle with our parents. Only when they leave us forever do we realize that our ties to this world have become more fragile. We often think that life is long, but no, the cruelty of time, the brevity of life, will never wait for anyone. So, when you are young, please don't be lazy, try to earn as much money as possible, make yourself capable. In crucial moments, money is still a solid shield, the key to solving many critical problems. To face the storms of life with strength and confidence, you must equip yourself with a solid financial foundation, protecting you from uncertainties and protecting those you love. Don't wait until life throws a few buckets of cold water on you before you wake up. Similarly, don't wait until your parents are seriously ill because you don't have enough money and you can't protect them. Remember, work hard to earn money so you'll have fewer regrets later. And secondly, always remind your parents to take care of their health properly. Exercise with them daily, guide them on how to eat a nutritious and scientific diet, and take them for regular health checkups. I have a close English friend who, though young, has almost achieved financial freedom. On the day his father passed away, he told me something. The pain of losing his father may linger, but the only thing that makes him happy and something he will never regret is that while his father was alive, he had enough money to provide him with the best possible medical care. This is essentially the meaning behind our efforts to work and earn money. We cannot let the time come when our parents need us and all we have left is tears and nothing else to offer them. This is the reality of this world. We may never know what it feels like to be distressed because we haven't yet experienced the hardship of being short of money. The breakdown of adulthood begins with financial difficulties, witnessing our parents fall ill and face the brink of death. But we only know helplessness in the face of not having the financial means to treat them, having to borrow money everywhere. That's when a person matures quickly. When we were young, our parents devoted themselves wholeheartedly to protecting and sheltering us. As we grow up, we take on the responsibilities that were once our parents' burdens. Keep striving, my friend, so you can see a more beautiful landscape in a more distant place, understand this world in a more wonderful way, and strive to become a strong and capable person so you can bring a more secure life for your family and your parents. The best child is not a treasure in their parents' arms, but a strong shield protecting their beloved parents. If you agree with K Radio's perspective, please press the like button, subscribe, and share useful things to spread love to those around you. And don't forget to turn on notifications to receive the latest content every Saturday from K Radio. This is the greatest support I can give. Thank you for listening. SIASMR will always accompany you in becoming a better version of yourself every day.